What's good? Sambanani Dumanang Abshani. Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Adeze back at it again with another video. Hey, and we back, and we okay, so in today's video guys, I'm so excited. This is part 2 of the series of what I use in my hair. This is the most number one asked question ever on my Instagram, on my WhatsApp, everywhere. People are always just like, what in the hell? Oop. And I oop. Okay, so today I'm here to give you the tea on what I use in my hair, and today's part 2 is conditioners, deep conditioner, all that great stuff. We will discuss leave-ins in the next episode, so don't worry about that. But today we're talking about the stuff we use immediately after shampooing our hair and the stuff we use to pack moisture back into our hair. I'm going to be explaining every single thing. If you guys do not know this about me already, I am a science geek. I'm currently studying chiropractic, and I've always, had a little affinity for the sciences. I like researching and all that stuff. It's amazing. I don't mind long reading because then I learn. So I'm going to try to break it down to you as simply as I can, coming from a standpoint of someone who's probably never studied science before. But without further ado, cue the video. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be talking about the difference between rinse out conditioners and the difference between deep conditioners. Okay, these two products are very different. Your rinse out conditioners are typically the ones you use immediately after shampooing. Sometimes they usually sell it in the pack with the shampoo, and I will be telling you what the differences are, what to look out for, all that stuff, when it is important to use it, especially if you've got natural hair, so you know how to use it properly. Because sometimes people get a product and they misuse it, so they don't get the benefits of the product. So I'm here to help you today. Okay. So typically with rinse out conditioners, you're looking at formulations that are typically thicker than your leave-in conditioners but are thinner than your deep conditioners. So rinse out conditioners are usually marketed to be used just after shampooing to restore moisture back into your hair, and rinse out conditioners usually leave in your hair about 1 to 3 minutes, at the most 5 minutes, something you're not leaving in your hair like a deep conditioner where you can leave it in for about 30 minutes. So your rinse out conditioners are usually just to immediately put moisture back into your hair like that, just after quickly shampooing. And then most people do rinse out conditioners and then move to deep conditioners. I do not advise that, and I will tell you why in a little bit. So rinse out conditioners, I like rinse out conditioners first of all on days or weeks where I'm typically washing my hair more frequently. There are some weeks that I do wash my hair like twice in that week, depending. Can you stay in place? Typically depends on what I've done that week. So if I've had like a week of like heavy gym and my hair has a lot of buildup, then I will wash my hair more often, more than once in a week. So that's when I will typically go in with my rinse out conditioners instead of a deep conditioner. Okay, so keep in mind that rinse out conditioners, the molecules tend to be a bit bigger, so they do not penetrate way deeper into your hair cuticle, rather than deep conditioners that have molecules that can be a bit more smaller, that penetrate deeper into your hair. So keep that in mind, that rinse out conditioners typically coat the outside of your hair and flatten the cuticle, while deep conditioners go inside the cuticle to moisturize your hair. There's a big difference here. So keep that in mind. So deep conditioners are typically conditioners that you tend to keep in your hair for about 10 to 30 or 10 to 20 minutes at a time. Those are usually tailored to penetrate the hair cuticle and the hair follicle further to actually moisturize the hair internally. Now, obviously, the type of deep conditioner you use will depend on the state your hair is in. If you are completely natural, as in you haven't colored your hair, you haven't used relaxer in it and all that stuff, it'll be different. I got rudely interrupted, so it will be different from the conditioners that, or deep conditioners of a person like me who has color treated their hair and all that stuff, I'm going to need a little bit more or something a bit more different than the average person. So be very mindful of all those things, but generally we usually use right about the same things or the same concept. So in terms of rinse out conditioners, remember that rinse out conditioners are usually surface conditioners. They're there to protect and seal, okay, but don't use them as sealants. They're just there to protect and seal, but not necessarily there for penetrating your hair and deep conditioning. So in terms of rinse out conditioners, one thing that I have noticed in my research is that rinse out conditioners tend to have like kind of like a short term response. A lot of people that use rinse out conditioners look for things like slip in them because they want to use them to detangle. Now that's great if you're going to be using it before you shampoo your hair, or if you're going to use it just before your rinse step, like your apple cider rinse step. That is also perfect, but make sure that if you're going to be using a rinse out conditioner, then don't bother using a deep conditioner because you're basically just wasting product, because the deep conditioner is not going to do anything if there's already rinse out conditioner sitting on your hair strand. So I'm going to list all the rinse out conditioners that I like using, and I typically like using rinse out conditioners either before or after shampooing. And I know I said don't necessarily use them after shampooing, but I'll tell you why it doesn't affect me as much. So usually typically before I shampoo my hair, if I decide, like if I've had a protective style for a very long time and I need to detangle my hair, I will use a rinse out conditioner to detangle my hair. Now there is no problem with me using a rinse out conditioner to detangle my hair, because afterwards I'm going to use a shampoo which will then clarify and get rid of the effect of the rinse out conditioner from my hair strands right before I put on a deep conditioner. So you can use rinse out conditioners to detangle your hair before your shampoo step. If you use a rinse out conditioner just after shampooing your hair, then I would advise you to also do an apple cider vinegar rinse before you put in your deep conditioner, because apple cider vinegar also has clarifying properties, so it will be able to lift the effect of that rinse out conditioner before you put on a deep conditioner. So my favorite rinse out conditioners, I'm going to start with the one that I don't have with me currently, which is the Tresemme Botanique conditioner, the coconut milk and aloe vera one. I'm going to show you, I have the detangling butter for that, and this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to put a picture of what it looks like over here. And I got that from Discam, I believe, and I actually like using that one to detangle my hair before shampooing as well. It is a very moisturizing, and it provides really great slip. Most of the time slip is not necessarily about effectiveness or anything. For me, I just like using rinse out conditioners to detangle my hair. That's the purpose I use them for, because I can't necessarily detangle my hair with shampoo, but I can with my DIY shampoo. If you haven't checked that video out, please make sure to check it. I'm going to link it up and down below in the description box. Anyway, that is the first conditioner that I like using. And the next rinse out conditioner, the conditioner that I'm going to name, is this coconut oil, this Mena coconut oil conditioner for dry and damaged hair with chia and coconut oil. I was gifted this by my boyfriend. It also came with the shampoo, but I don't necessarily like using the shampoo. I don't know, I just prefer using the conditioner, and I feel like it does a great job as well of helping me detangle. There are certain ingredients that you should look for in your conditioners, and I'm going to just put the card up here of the certain ingredients that you should look for in your conditioners. Go, if you have time, research all those ingredients if you'd like to, but those are certain ingredients that I look for when I purchase conditioner. The one thing that I have noticed with my hair is, for some reason, pure, even organic, like cold pressed coconut oil, when I put it on my hair strands, just straight on my hair strands, doesn't do much for my hair. It is a lighter oil, yes, or you can consider it a butter, but it doesn't do much for my hair, except when it comes to products that are formulated with coconut oil. It just makes a world of a difference. So sometimes formulation is very important. So those are certain things that you can look out for. Technically, with deep conditioners, you will want the active ingredients to be in within the first 5 ingredients. So that's one conditioner that I also like using as a rinse out conditioner. The other conditioner that I just recently discovered and I bought at Discam, and I'm actually in love with it. It has much more of a thinner consistency, and I like how it smooths my hair and everything, is the Nim or Not Your Mother's Clean Freak Refreshing Conditioner. I really love this one. I really love this one. It has mentha in it, which makes it a bit more tingly, and it kind of like, you know, what is this? It kind of has this tingly feeling, and it stimulates your scalp and all that. The other thing that I like about the Not Your Mother's product is that they formulated to be biodegradable and eco-friendly, and I like that about products because then that means I'm not necessarily hurting the environment. I would like to try more of their products, so I'm gonna go back and see if there's anything else I can buy, but I really love this, and it was very great to use in my hair. I also added a few drops of peppermint oil to make it even more refreshing, so make sure you try this out. So another rinse out conditioner that I like using is this Protein Plus rinse out conditioner that contains silk amino acids. Now, I know some people are like, okay, aren't you supposed to do protein treatments? Not necessarily. Now, when I do protein treatments, generally I assess my hair. How does it feel? How bad is it? Do I really need a proper protein treatment right now? So what I like using this for is on days when I do need a bit of protein in my hair, but I don't necessarily need the whole 9, so like a proper deep protein moisture pack. So I typically like using this on days when I just want to quickly rebalance the moisture back in my hair, and I use it to about once to twice a month. And it's also used as a quick rinse out step. Now this is one that I will prefer using, I will say, just after shampooing. I do not use this to detangle, but I'll use it after shampooing, and then I'll go ahead and do my apple cider vinegar and green tea rinse, and then I'll do my deep moisture pack. So I like using this just to quickly rebalance the protein in my hair, and I do feel like this is also great. I got it in a pack which also has the shampoo. I don't use the shampoo. I think I've used the shampoo once, and then I ended up using it to wash my wigs. I don't really care much for it. It's not the best shampoo, but I really like this conditioner in my hair. The hydrolyzed wheat proteins in it literally bring my hair back and bring my curls back to life and make it spring back really quick. So if you're someone who just wants to do a quick light protein treatment, you can get this. So those are all the rinse out conditioners that I prefer using in my hair care regimen. Now we're gonna move to deep conditioners. Okay, this is my favorite part. So let's start with protein deep conditioners. I do like using the Palmer's coconut oil protein treatment pack, and I will just put the picture right up here. It's one of my favorite protein treatments to use ever, like ever. I don't think there's any other protein treatment that does what that does for my hair. What I love about it is, as much as it does have moisturizing effects in it, it is very good with rebalancing the protein back in my hair. As someone who has bleached or colored or altered the chemistry of their hair, I do need a lot more protein than the average person. And even someone who's got natural hair, I really do think you can benefit from that protein pack. It packs a punch. It is really great. It is mostly marketed to color treated or dry damaged hair, and it does wonders for me. That's one protein pack that I like using in my hair. Personally, I'm not really a fan of DIY at home protein treatments. Sometimes it is better to get something that is formulated for hair when it comes specifically to that. I don't mind doing DIY moisturizing treatments with things like avocado and natural oils, but I am opposed to things like protein where your hair is very specific and you'll need something that's going to penetrate into your hair. Some people use mayonnaise. I wouldn't advise you to use mayonnaise as well, because the problem with mayonnaise is, as much as it has eggs, it will have additives like white vinegar and spices and colorants or things like flavorants. I don't advise you to use things like mayonnaise that you used to eat, because it is not formulated for your hair, and you could actually be doing more harm to your hair than if you actually got a product that is tailored specifically to penetrate into hair. The other protein packs that I like using is the ORS, or the Organic Root Stimulator Hair Mayonnaise. Whew, hands down favorite hair mayonnaise of all time. It's either that one or the originals one, and I'll just put pictures of those two whilst I'm talking about. Hair mayonnaise is amazing. See, it's hair mayonnaise, not mayonnaise that you're going to eat, and that also contains proteins that will penetrate deeper into your hair cuticle. Okay, it is the bomb. Another kind of cheaper option for a hair mayonnaise will be the AfriTrue Naturals hair mayonnaise, the red range from Clicks. Just check that one out. I think it retails for about 23 rand, so 22.99 rand a pack. I also kind of like that one, but not necessarily for a protein. I do think it tends to be a lot more moisturizing than the protein effect of it. So also that if you want just a light protein treatment, you can use that hair mayonnaise. Okay, now I'm going to move on to moisturizing deep conditioners, and I literally saved this pack from my last wash day so I can show you guys, but I like using this Palmer's olive oil deep conditioner for frizz prone hair. Now this also has Jamaican black castor oil in it and olive oil, but the Jamaican black castor oil I do think is mostly just a marketing oil, because it comes in at like number 9, whereas you have shea butter that is around number 4. So please be mindful of ingredients on your packs as well. But regardless of that, this is a quite moisturizing deep conditioner. What I also like doing is adding my own Jamaican black castor oil in the bowl that I'm mixing this in, and then putting it on my hair just to get that extra moisture. I've left this on overnight before, and I never regretted it because it moisturized my hair so well. Like, I literally stayed 2 weeks without having to wash my hair because my hair was so moisturized, and it limited the amount of times I also had to re-moisturize throughout the week because it actually did its job. So I would say get this pack. This is the one that I used just this past wash day in my hair, and my hair is still quite moisturized. It's in a braid situation right now, but I haven't had to re-moisturize my hair just yet because it's just been looking so great. All I've been doing is oiling my scalp every second night. So I would say please go try this. The Palmer's product hands down becoming one of my favorite products to use at the moment. The price points are not that much different to my As I Am product, but I do think I can keep an eye out for this, especially when I can't find my favorite like As I Am moisturizing deep conditioner, which is the Hydration Elation. The Hydration Elation is also one of my favorite moisturizing deep conditioners. It is a tub that's about this small. I get about 3 to 4 uses out of it. I've got fine strands, so I can manipulate the situation. Sometimes I take it out and I use it with certain oils just to, you know, stretch it out a bit more. But if you're someone who tends to have high density and thicker hair strands, then you're probably just going to use it once or twice. But I also like that one, and if I can't find it, then I buy this, which is around I think 35 rand or somewhere there. I'll just leave the price on the screen here below. And that is also one of my favorite leave-in moisturizing conditioners. The other moisturizing conditioner that I like was the My Natural Hair Hydration Mask. My Natural Hair recently changed how their products look on the outside, so they might look a bit different or they might still look the same. I will try to find a picture of the same, but I bought it when it looked like this with the black and white, and also I loved that one. As much as the moisturizing conditioner didn't have slip to it, remember slip does not equate to effectiveness, it actually moisturized my hair really well, and I honestly just had to quickly finger detangle and my hair felt amazing after that. That's also one of my favorite deep moisturizing packs. Now there's only one clay mask that I do, which is I use apple cider vinegar, make sure it's the one with the mother, and I use bentonite clay. Now as you can see, I usually repurchase this about every 3 months, because I do use it in my hair quite a lot. I do mask treatments about once to twice a month depending on how my hair feels, and I love clay masking because it really does, like, honestly clarify my scalp first of all, and it defines my curls even better. It's got something to do with how the bentonite clay and the apple cider vinegar react to flatten and smooth your hair cuticle and all that jazz. I will leave links down below where you can check out all the benefits and whatnot. I'm not trying to make this video really long, like just listing benefits. So those are things that I typically like to use in my hair care routine. It's kind of like a few products at a time. Like, those are just prime examples of conditioners that I have found to be favorable and good for my hair. If you have already some of these conditioners and you love them, continue using them. If you do want to try something different, you can go and purchase some or one of these conditioners and just see how it feels in your hair if you're a product junkie like me, because I'm a product junkie and I like trying different stuff. And yeah, that's just typically what I use in my hair routine. Sometimes it changes from time to time, but usually the method of it is consistent. So I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video and you've taken some knowledge away from it. Please make sure to join us next week in our leave-in special, where I will be listing all my favorite leave-ins and why I love them and all that. And yeah, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave comments down below, or ask any questions if you have any. I'm here to clarify anything. I will literally make sure that you get the best info out of me. And yeah, it's been great, it's been good, it's been lovely, and I will see you guys next time. This is